So now we will answer the frequent questions that our customers have. We will touch upon the points that you need to pay attention to when installing a magnetic bus bar. First of all, this product is not as simple as all other lights, and it is imperative that you read the instructions before installation. If you install it without knowing the nuances that are described there, you can simply damage the product and it will not work. Second, when installing a magnetic bus bar, be sure to make an access panel in the wall. It is necessary so that if the driver requires maintenance or replacement, then you do not have to break the wall. Third, as I said earlier, after cutting the bus bar, we need to crimp the live conductors. I'll show you what I mean. Here you can see how conductors run opposite each other in the bus bar in such a plastic sheath. We need to use nippers to shorten them by about 5 mm, then insert them into the bus bar and crimp these two guides. Thus, the conductors will be fixed and will not be able to move along the bus bar and touch the current carrying conductors in the neighboring area. It is also an important rule that through one power lead-in we can connect lights with a total power of no more than 400 watts or a bus bar section no more than 20 m long connected by connectors. Bus bar must not be allowed to deform. If we allow deformation during transportation or during installation, then in the event of a bending of the bus bar inward, we will not be able to simply put a light in it. Either we will have to reinstall it or we will have to uncrimp it, and in this case we have the opportunity to damage the putty or damage the lacquer coating of the bus bar. Through one power lead-in, we can connect two groups of lights. This power lead-in itself can be connected from one driver and be opened by a 2-button switch. Also, customers frequently ask if we can connect two bus bar sections from one driver if they are, for example, in one room. Yes, it's possible. The main thing is that the total installed power of the lights corresponds to the power of the driver, and driver should has a margin of 20%. Now we will analyze the frequently asked questions that come to us from our customers. Question 1. Is it possible to install our magnetic bus bar in a stretch ceiling? So far, the answer is no, but in the near future such an opportunity will appear. Stay with us. Question 2. Is possible to connect the bus bar at a non-standard angle, that is, not at an angle of 90 degrees? It can be sawn at the required angle on the trim saw. In case of the surface-mounted bus bar, we will need to select mounting clamps, located on the plane at the appropriate angle, and make sure that the profile visually fits and connects. The clamp will hold it securely in place. We connect the power supply with the power connector. In the case of the built-in magnetic bus bar, we also saw it at the required angle on the miter saw. Then we position the ceiling profile appropriately on the ceiling so that we can mount it at the required angle. We fix it to the ceiling profile and it no longer needs additional fixation there. We connect the power supply with the power connector. And the third question that we often get from our customers: can we supply lights with leadin 010 protocols? Yes, we can do it on request. You form your request, send it to us. We will answer you about the delivery time and price for this model. So now we will look at the elements of our magnetic tracking system. We'll see how they dock together and what function they perform. These are power connectors. As I said earlier, they perform the function of connecting power between two sections of the bus bar. This connector is used to connect straight sections. This connector is used for angled connection. The power lead-in is the same connector, only without the mating part. Here you can see how they are installed in the bus bar. We need to take this connector, in this case, press the button, and insert it into the bus bar until click. As you can see, the connector is fixed. To remove the connector, we also need to press the button and pull it out. Lights are inserted in the same way. We supply this light in a buttonless version. Also, there are models with buttons. To install it in the magnetic busbar, we need to immerse it and press it until click. That's it, the light is installed. Then it can be moved and it will glow. We use connectors to connect busbar sections. Here you can see the direct connector. The direct connector consists of two such plates. They are supplied without bolts, fixed by the elements on them that cling to the metal. The connector is inserted into a special groove in both busbars. Then we just take and move two busbars together to the stop. That's it, they are fixed and cannot be removed. For a surface-mounted busbar, the connection occurs in the same way. We have such a plate that acts as a straight connector, and it is inserted into a special groove on the back of the busbar. Then it is fixed with bolts. This connector is used as an angled connector. You can see that it connects the busbar on a plane at a right angle. If we look at the base of the light, we can see that it has 4 contacts, 2 on each side. As I said before, in the basic version, all of these contacts are connected to the internal driver of the light. No matter which current-carrying wire is connected, the top or the bottom, the light will still work. But if we want to divide the lights into 2 independent groups, you inform our manager and we divide the lights into 2 groups by changing the power circuit laid down in the base of the light. The light starts to be powered either from the upper pair of conductors or from the lower one. If we need to use lights with DALI or 010 protocols, then we use the lower pair of conductors as control wires. The Maytoni busbar comes in a paper tube of this kind. The packaging is very secure and prevents the busbar from being deformed during transportation.